Hey everyone, welcome back to WP Speed Matters. In today's video, we're diving into HTTP3, the latest evolution of the HTTP protocol. We'll show you the difference HTTP3 can make to your site's performance, how to check if your WordPress site is using it, and how to enable it if it's not. So, stay tuned. Now, let's quickly talk about the journey of HTTP and how it's evolved over time. HTTP 1.1 was a massive improvement over its predecessor, but it had its limitations, primarily in how it handled multiple requests, which could lead to slower page loads. Then came HTTP 2, which introduced multiplexing, allowing multiple requests to be processed simultaneously, drastically speeding up the loading times. Now we have HTTP 3, which is built on top of QUIC, a protocol developed by Google that uses UDP instead of TCP, leading to even faster and more reliable connections. Now, one of the key benefits of HTTP 3 is that it keeps your connection stable even if you switch from Wi-Fi to mobile data or another network. This is especially beneficial if you have a lot of visitors accessing your site from mobile devices. In short, if you're using HTTP3, your site is going to be much faster, especially under conditions of network congestion or poor connectivity. To demonstrate the differences in loading speeds across HTTP protocols, let's explore this demo site that loads hundreds of identical images using HTTP 1, HTTP 2, and HTTP 3. First, we'll start with HTTP 1. Now, as you can see, using HTTP 1, the images took approximately 15 seconds to fully load. Now, let's switch to HTTP 2 and see how it performs. The images loaded much faster, completing in just 5 seconds, a substantial improvement over HTTP 1. And finally, let's test with HTTP 3. The images loaded in just 2.2 seconds, which is a 56% improvement over HTTP 2. Now, you might be wondering, is my site already using HTTP 3? Here's how you can check. Open Google Chrome, right-click anywhere on the page and select Inspect to open the developer tools. Go to the Network tab and look at the protocol column. If your site is using HTTP 3, it will be labeled as H3. If you see H2 or HTTP/1.1, then your site isn't using HTTP 3 yet. So, how do you enable HTTP 3 on your WordPress site? First, your web server needs to support HTTP 3. Apache and Nginx have partial support for HTTP 3, but you'll need to enable it through additional modules. On the other hand, OpenLightspeed and Lightspeed web servers offer full support for HTTP 3 right out of the box. However, even if your server supports HTTP 3, your hosting provider might not have it enabled by default. Make sure to check your server settings or reach out to your hosting provider to enable it. If your web server or hosting provider doesn't support HTTP 3, the easiest way to get it is by using a CDN, specifically a proxy CDN. If you're unfamiliar with what a proxy CDN is, then we have a separate video that breaks down the different types of CDNs. Cloudflare is one of the best options for enabling HTTP 3. Now, once your site is configured on Cloudflare, simply go to the Optimization tab and enable HTTP 3 and you're all set. Now, for those of you using Flying CDN, the CDN add-on developed by us for Flying Press, you don't have to worry about a thing. HTTP 3 is enabled by default, so you're good to go right out of the box. In conclusion, HTTP 3 is a game changer for web performance. For a faster, more reliable WordPress site, be sure to enable HTTP 3 through your server, a CDN like Cloudflare, or by using Flying CDN. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to join our WP Speed Matters Facebook group, where you can share your speed issues and we'll help you solve them. See you in the next video.